Hello, FlossTube friends. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Wednesday, November 3rd at approximately 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming to you today on my day off with a FlossTube update. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for stopping by. This is my channel where I talk about cross-stitch, diamond painting, other crafts and hobbies that I have, including ghost hunting, and just some general life updates thrown in for good measure. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully you can find something here that will encourage you or inspire you to get a little more crafty in your life. If you're returning, thank you very much for coming back. Again, hi. It's good to see you. It's good to see you come back. Hopefully you'll also find some inspiration here, and you'll find something that you like, and you'll come back for some more later on. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate all my good friends here on FlossTube, and I look forward to bringing you some new stuff every time I record new content. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to click the subscription link below and to click the notification bell so you're notified when I upload new content. I try to upload new content about every 2 weeks or so, and you know, sometimes it's a little more frequent, and sometimes it might not be as frequent as 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, but I do my best. So hopefully you'll find something here that you like. Anyway, thank you for coming today, and thank you for watching. I encourage you to take a quick pause, go grab your stitching if you so desire, go grab your drink. My drink of choice today is my leftover pumpkin latte from McDonald's. I normally get hot coffee from McDonald's, but they messed up and gave me the iced pumpkin latte today, and it's not too bad. It's not super sweet, so I'm kind of enjoying it throughout the day. My husband had a doctor's appointment this morning, which is why I had the day off, and we stopped by McDonald's for lunch on my way to take him to work. So he is at work. I am recording this video because I'm going to move this back because sorry about the camera moving, so that way I can be a little more in center. So, as I said, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. The weather is really cold today. It's really cold. We had our first frost last night. People in northern Ohio are getting snow. Luckily, we don't have snow yet. I do like the snow, but here in Columbus, in the middle of Ohio, we are not getting snow. It's coming soon, but we are not getting snow. So the weather is turning colder, but all the leaves are finally changing. They weren't changing for the longest time because our weather was real mild. So now we're getting all the changing of the leaves, and all the leaves are falling off the trees, and you know, it's a great time of year in the fall here in Ohio. So today's video, I'm coming to you today with a Camp GottaStitch report, I guess is the best thing to describe it. My mom and I went to my local needlework shop's one-night stitching retreat here in Columbus, Ohio over this past weekend. It was October 30th and 31st. It was held here in Westerville, Ohio at the Aloft Hotel in Westerville. crsmyhrtlt Limited, which is my local needlework shop, hosts a retreat every year in the fall up in Amish country, Berlin, Ohio. It's the heart of Amish country, Ohio Amish country. And the retreat normally is, you know, in October, and it's normally over 3 days during a weekend. Because of the pandemic and the fact that last year's Camp GottaStitch Roaring 20s themed event was canceled due to, obviously, the pandemic, this year they had to rearrange the event and bring it local because they couldn't secure the venue that they normally secured up in Berlin, Ohio to have the event. So what they did this year is they scaled the event way down, and they spread it over 2 weekends, one in September and one in October, and they limited the attendance to 1 weekend for anybody that wanted to attend. So the first weekend was in mid-September, and that was over a Saturday night at the Aloft Hotel, and the second weekend was the last weekend in November, October 30th and 31st, also at the Aloft Hotel. When they announced that they would be splitting the weekends, Mom and I decided that the October weekend would be the best weekend for us to go. My mom has never been to a stitching retreat before, so it was going to be her first time experiencing what it's like to go to a retreat. And so we paid our registration and we went. There was about 25 ladies total in the stitching room stitching. It was a very small event. The Camp GottaStitch retreat is normally 60 to 80 people, give or take. It's a very small retreat, but it's not structured in any specific way. There's no classes to take. There's no specific things you have to do. There's no schedule. There's no go here, do that, try this type of thing. It's basically just a retreat where the stitching room opens. You go and stitch and stitch and stitch. The last people to leave the room, make sure that the hotel staff lock the room behind them, and then everybody comes back in the next morning and does the same thing all over again, and they bring in food. So we kind of don't have to leave the stitching room the entire time we're there. So anyway, this year's Camp GottaStitch was called Roaring 20s Limited Edition, because last year's Camp GottaStitch didn't happen. The theme was Roaring 20s for last year, so they called it Roaring 20s Limited Edition because they shortened the retreat and just kind of kept the same theme. So it was a great little stitching retreat. It was about 5 to 7 minute drive from our house. We did stay at the hotel because it was just, you know, a way for Mom and I to get out of the house and give my husband some time just to hang out and do his own thing for a while. So we went to Camp GottaStitch, and bear with me just a minute. So I was just clicking on, so I'm trying to import some files, including some pictures and video from Camp GottaStitch that I took this last weekend for the video later on. So you'll see me occasionally looking at a different location because I'm trying to look at my other monitor to see how the download is going. It looks like everything downloaded all right. So yeah, everything downloaded okay. So we should be good. So I'll have to actually go in and pull the video for that as well. Okay, so anyway, it was a really good weekend. The stitching room opened at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. Check-in time at the hotel wasn't until 3 o'clock, so Mom and I packed up the car early Saturday morning. We went out to breakfast at McDonald's, and we headed over to the hotel. Again, the hotel is only about a 5 to 7 minute drive from my house, so, you know, we took a kind of a roundabout way to go to a McDonald's that was a little out of the way, but a little more accessible than the one near the hotel. And then we went to the hotel. We got into the stitching room. We weren't the first people to show up, but, you know, because there was a couple of ladies that had stayed at the hotel the night before. But anyway, we got into the stitchy room. They found us a spot to sit together, and we chose to sit and stitch. So I have some stuff to talk to you about, just kind of what I took, and I will go through everything like that after I kind of talk about how the weekend went. So at some point Saturday, I ended up driving back home so I could pick up my laptop. The stitching room that we were in had a maximum occupancy of about 30 people. So with the 2 or 3 ladies that were hosting the event, there was about 28 of us in the room at any given time. and there was about 25 stitchers and 3 ladies that were kind of helping out a lot. So it was a nice little room. It had a setup for a TV, but the ladies from Cross My Heart, bless their souls, they are not necessarily technically savvy, and so they didn't quite know how to if they could even get the TV working in the room. Apparently the first weekend the tech person from the hotel wasn't sure how the TV was all set up, so they were trying to get the Ohio State football game to show in the room, and there was all kinds of cords and everything going everywhere, and they finally got it to play. So I took a look at what the connection was for it, and after lunch, probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I drove 5 minutes back home, went and got my laptop and the charger cable and everything, took it back to the room. 5 minutes later, we had the TV on and we were watching some stuff. So we decided to watch It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, because everybody thought that would be really great. And then we watched some just general movies and stuff before the football game started at 7 p.m. Jenny from Cross My Heart is an avid Ohio State football fan, and it's really funny if you ever get the chance to watch her coach. We call it couch coaching. If you ever get the chance to watch her couch coach with the Ohio State football team, it's pretty hilarious. That's better than even watching the game. Buckeyes won, but I'm not a huge Ohio State Buckeye fan. And I'm definitely not really into football that much, but it was kind of a fun evening as we sat and stitched and ate and everything. Our lunch on Saturday was included, so was dinner on Saturday night. Lunch Saturday came from Jason's Deli. It's a deli that it's a kind of a small chain deli that I hadn't heard of, and the sandwiches that we had were really good. They also came with cookies. The cookies were pretty good too, and chips and whatnot. So the lunch on Saturday was pretty good. The dinner on Saturday night was from Fazoli's, which is Italian fast food. They brought in lasagna, chicken carbonara, salad, breadsticks, and dessert. So dessert were cookies, really warm, yummy cookies. They were so good. I had the lasagna. The chicken carbonara has an Alfredo sauce. I'm not super big on Alfredo sauce, so I had a couple pieces of the chicken from the chicken carbonara, but I focused mostly on salad and lasagna. It was really good. We like Fazoli's generally, so that's what we had for dinner. And then Sunday morning, they went and the ladies from Cross My Heart went and got us all Tim Hortons donuts. In case we wanted any. You could purchase some breakfast food from the hotel. They didn't have a hot breakfast ready. You just had to order it, and they would go in the back and fix it for you. They had some options like corned beef hash. They had, I think, an egg dish and like hot oatmeal and some stuff that you could get like that. But they generally didn't serve breakfast. They had, they had a pantry type thing where you could get yogurt cups and cereal cups and milk and stuff like that, and they had free hot coffee. So of course, we had a really good time. And Sunday was just, the stitching room opened back up at 9 a.m. and closed at noon. So everybody was wrapping up and heading out. The cross stitch store was going to be open from 1 to 3 for anybody that wanted to go over and shop. But most of the ladies that were out of town that went over to shop went on Saturday. So it was originally just going to be my mom and I going to shop on Sunday. So we said, since we're local and we can go anytime, just tell the ladies at the shop that they don't have to open the shop just for us two. We'll go sometime else during the week. So it was just a fun time had by all. We all laughed, we all talked. A couple of the ladies that have been at the previous 2 Camp GottaStitches stitch retreats that I have been to in the past were there. It was good to see them. It's good to see old friends, and it's good to connect with people that have similar interests. So it was a great time. So that being said, I will include some of the pictures and including some of the hotel room pictures. The hotel rooms at the Aloft Hotel were huge. We had 2 big beds, nice huge bathroom, nice huge seating area. It was huge. We were on the second floor. You know, I think there was 4 floors in the entire hotel. There may be only 3. I think there's 4 floors in the entire hotel. It's a newer hotel that was just built in the last 2 or 3 years. So it, you know, it was really nice hotel. Really, really kind of cool. The blinds or the window coverings in the hotel, you operate by a push button on the wall. So you have the top one for the right one, the bottom one for the left one, and then it had the up and down arrows and a stop button. So you use the buttons on the wall to operate the window coverings. It was really kind of fun. So anyway, I will include pictures and video of just general retreat stuff. The video that I took during the retreat, I was the last person out of the room on Saturday night because I was working on a male hill kit. I was trying to finish the beading of it. So I was the last person to leave. I was in there about another half hour to 45 minutes, longer than everybody else that night, just trying to finish the beading because I wanted to have a finish that night. So before I left the room, I just kind of did my own little video. That way I wouldn't have to worry about capturing anybody that didn't want to be filmed. So I went around and kind of, the ladies that had left some of their stuff out and visible, I kind of went around the room and showed some of the projects that some of the ladies were working on. I didn't show anybody, anybody's faces. I didn't talk to anybody on the video just because I was the only one in the room, but I did go around and, you know, look at all the different pieces. So you'll see the video of that at the end of this installment. So I will actually get into the pieces that I took with me to camp. So in my Dot Dot Goose Designs pumpkin project bag, I actually took the three pieces in here. I was intending to potentially start. This is the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. This is the fall 2021 issue. I was initially intending to start Buffalo Plaid Fall by Priscilla Blaine of Stitching with the Housewives. You've seen this. You've all seen that. I had my black even weave all ready to go, and I was going to stitch it with Sulky. I was going to swap out all the colors for Sulky. I have some Sulky threads that I was going to do, but I ended up not starting this like I thought I was going to. So this is going to be a new start, probably sometime this month. So look for that. So that is one I took, but I didn't work on. The other one I took but didn't work on was the Sleepy Owls. This is from Just Cross Stitch magazine, the October 2020. You might remember that I had taken this, or that I had taken this to potentially work on. And here is where I was. I only have one of the owls done. This is a piece of fabric that I had dyed myself using RIT dye. I call this Charleston Chew because it kind of reminds me of the Charleston Chew candy bar, and it's long like a candy bar. So this is my Charleston Chew fabric. So I don't know that I can replicate this. I dyed this using RIT dye in a pickle jar using Carla Bean Crafty's pickle jar dye technique. So you can go to Carla Bean Crafty's website or YouTube channel, and she's got videos on how she pickle jar dyes her fabric. So that's what I use. I've only had the one owl finished. So you may see this later on this month. I'm hoping to finish this because, as you can see, I have this sleepy owl here. So I have the owls, the other two owls, the tree branch, the tree trunk, the maple leaf, and the thing. So that went with me this weekend. And the one that I did work on was Bewitching Owl. This one here. This is from the Cross Stitch and Needlework September 2012 magazine, Bewitching Owl. Where I was when I first started this weekend on this was, let me get back up there. No, that is not where I started. Okay, this is where I was on Friday. On Saturday. So I had I had a good chunk of the moon done and the ears on the owl. I did stitch some Sunday night when I got home. I didn't stitch any on Monday night, and I finished the moon last night. So from Saturday, where I was on Saturday, let me get rid of that. So where I was on Saturday, this is where I ended up after last night's stitching session. So I did stitch on this after camp. So this is where I got to. See, I got the entire moon finished. I got the entire moon finished. So that is where I'm at. Let me grab a piece of paper, put this behind so you can see. There you go. Don't mind me, these are just my notes for Facebook groups for next year, that Facebook challenge groups for stitching that I'm going to participate in next year. It's quite long. I'm starting to plan for 2022 already. This needle minder here is just a little shrinky dink that I made. I got these sets of shrinky dinks at the dollar spot at Target. I think the sets were like $5 or something, and you get like 15 or 20 different shrinky-dink things. This came out of one of the sets. It was just a little pumpkin that I colored in and shrunk in my oven, and then I added a magnet to it. So this was my Camp GottaStitch. Where I got to, I had finished this side of the moon. And this dark color on the edge here, I'd only gotten down to about here before I sat and stitched Monday night. On Sunday is where I got. But anyway. So that is where I ended up on that piece. I don't know how much more on that I will be doing this month. Kind of just really depends. I've got to get my floss and everything else back in the project bag before I lose it. Okay. But yeah, this is in my Goose Designs pumpkin project bag. It's vinyl front. So Saturday night, I decided late Saturday afternoon that I was going to take a break from stitching on the owl. The colors were kind of getting to me a little bit, so I took a break and I dug out my Buttons and Beads Mill Hill Enchanted Pumpkin kit. I don't know if you guys remember that prior to camp I had gotten all of the cross stitching on the kit done. Let me go back. I hope I didn't delete it. I went through and deleted a bunch of pictures earlier. I may have deleted. Yeah, I have a feeling I deleted the pictures that I had showing where I was at. Do. Maybe. Alright, so this is generally, it's sideways, forgive the sideways, but you can see here, there is, You can see here there's a bunch of missing stitches in the pumpkin and stuff like that. This was a pic I took on Saturday after finishing all the purple and green beads. But I did get it completely finished. And I even got the button added on. Get my paper back for you to see. Now you're not going to be able to see the shiny on here. Maybe you can, I don't know. But it is completely finished, including with the flower bead. Whoops. Including with the flower bead that is over here. So the Enchanted Pumpkin is a finish for 2021. Yay, I have a finish. And I did this late Saturday night at Camp GottaStitch. So Sunday, I continued working on the Bewitching Owl again after putting this in. I want to say that for the Mill kit, look at all this floss I have left, you guys. That's a lot. That's a lot of floss. And these are all the purple and green beads that I have left. There's a lot of beads left too. I could almost do 2 of these. I lost the little package of Mill Hill Petite Black seed beads that came with the kit, so I had to buy at some point a container of Mill Hill Black. I still have some left. There's not enough of these black seed beads in this packet or in this Mill Hill container to do a entire second Enchanted Pumpkin, but I mean, I have a lot of extra beads to put in my stash and everything. So, and then I don't know if I'll save the floss. I'll probably save the floss, put it in with my other stuff. I don't know yet, but look forward to the potential giveaway of just the pattern for the Enchanted Pumpkin. My pattern is well loved because I didn't make a working copy of it like I should have, like I normally do. But anyway, so this is my Enchanted Pumpkin. My thought is to get a couple of those 6x6 wood blocks, those solid wood blocks that you can set up, kind of like this autumn blessing sign right here. That is on a wood block. And put these Mill Hill kits on the wood blocks because I have quite a few seasonal ones of these to do. This is my first one that I finished, and I'd like to put these on the blocks so I can swap them in and out and put the blocks on my mantle, like behind me. Because we also have a mantle upstairs in the living room that I could decorate with these, and I think they would just be really pretty on it. So that is my Camp GottaStitch finish. So also at camp, this is jumbled. This is big and jumbled, but we got our Camp GottaStitch goodie bags. And we also had a going away bag. My going away bag, this was the going away bag. This was the going away bag. They give you a going away bag at the end of the retreat. But this has all my Camp GottaStitch goodies and kits and whatnot in it. So I will go through this for you. Alright. So in the goodie bag, they included a couple of little small bottles of water for everybody's enjoyment during the weekend. Keep us all hydrated. Let's see. Okay, that's what I was looking for. There's that. Oh. Also throughout the weekend, so those of you that are local, you may and have been to Camp GottaStitch here, hosted by Cross My Heart before, know that one of the prolific and well-loved people that created and helped plan and helped just be the coordinator for Camp GottaStitch, Emily Van of Emily Van Designs, EJV Designs, passed away in February this year. She was a dear friend to a bunch of people in the stitching community, especially here locally, and we lost a dear friend and a very special person. She was key and the event planner for Camp GottaStitch for Cross My Heart. So this year they kind of did a memorial tour, and throughout the weekend her mom Phyllis, who is also known as Not the Mama, her mom Phyllis was one of the 3 ladies helped from Cross My Heart helping with the event, and she brought a lot of insight into Emily and brought a lot of remembrances from Emily to the thing. Some of the prizes, the random door prizes that she'd wander around and give to people came from Emily's stash and came from someplace in Emily's life. On Sunday, her mom came over to our table with, you know, a bag full of stuff and was giving out some of Emily's fun things. Emily was a bag collector. She really liked bags of all types, and her mom handed me this because her mom said it kind of made her think of me a little bit, and it's something that Emily stitched. So this is a tote bag that was from Emily's collection, and Emily had stitched this quite a long time ago using waste canvas. So this is one of Emily's personal handbags that she used all the time. It's just like a canvas tote bag, but Emily stitched this. So I was about ready to cry. This means a lot to me. Emily was a great person to know, and she is sorely missed. Yes, it has a stain over here, but that's okay, because this was used by Emily, and I know this is some of Emily's handwork. So this means a lot to me to have. This is going to become my retreat bag, my Stitchy carry-all bag. It's going to go with me, everything that I do that's Stitchy related. So I was really happy to get that. Phyllis's mom also, or Phyllis rather, Emily's mom also brought in a bunch of her bags and asked everybody if they wanted to take a bag or 2 home with everybody. And Emily loved handbags of all types, so we all donated some money to the organization that Phyllis had chosen for Emily. It was an organization that they both loved and donated to and gave time to while Emily was still alive. But I also got this cute little frog handbag. It's really cute. It's faux leather, you know, just really cute. Has a little Velcro opening. So it's just really cute. I think this is going to be kind of like my little Art bag. You can put a container in here to catch your orts. It's a square bottom, which is different. You know, it's a square bottom, but it has little handles and stuff, so it's just going to be a neat little tote bag. I think this is going to be like my Art and everything bag for stitching in groups at tables and stuff at retreats. So this, I'm going to think of Emily here. It's got frogs on it, you guys. Yeah, so being new to Camp GottaStitch, you get a little frog needle minder. It's a little glass frog. I got mine in 2018 for being a first-time attendee. So I have these 2 bags from Emily that are going to be traveling with me to Stitchy retreats. So that was something really good. Throughout the weekend, they gave different things. We had a Roaring Twenties costume party, but only one person had a Roaring Twenties outfit, so they kind of just gave her the Roaring Twenties costume party prize anyway. And because, you know, I kind of looked for a Roaring Twenties costume, but I didn't want to spend too much time on it because I honestly didn't start looking until Monday last week, so I didn't dress up or anything. But they did have a costume party since it's, you know, Halloween and stuff, but there was only one person that dressed up, so she got the lucky Halloween costume prize, and that was fun. So like I said, they gave around prizes and stuff during the weekend. They're also known for giving kits that are based on the theme for the retreat throughout the weekend. So one of the first kits that we got came in this little bag. You didn't necessarily know, that's where that went to. You didn't necessarily know what you were going to get until you opened it up. Now this is an entire kit. This has everything in it that we need to finish it, including the instructions. This was created by Marla, who is one of the employees, the part-time employees that works at Cross My Heart. She had created this, this really cute tin, and you basically just are stitching the hat band. So they give you a piece of black. Depending on your selection, when you sign up for camp, you either select Aida or linen, and your kits that you get throughout the weekend have either Aida or linen in them, depending on your selection when you register. Mom got Aida. I'm a linen stitcher, so I got my thing of black linen to go on here. So basically, you stitch the hat band on here. I have a picture of the finished piece. So this is the front of the tin. It is simply just a metal tin. So you have this metal tin here. There's a magnet in there too. So you have this metal tin, and you stitch the hat band. So I don't know if you can see it, but down here is the hat band, and it has some beads on it and some feathers sticking out of it. So they gave us the feathers and the beads and a magnet for inside. So we have this baggie of feathers and beads and a magnet for the inside. So you stitch that, you attach it to the fabric, and then you put the fabric, so this is a case, so you put the fabric on the inside to cover this. So your beads and everything, you know, will show through the piece. Your magnet, there's a magnet in here. The magnet's just intended to be put in the back, so you can stick your needles and stuff in here. I found this came in handy when working on my Mill Hill kit because I can put my beads in here. I didn't have a way to put the beads out so I could easily get to them as I was beading, so I ended up using my little tin. I put all my Mill Hill beads in here, and I was able to, bear with me, my nose is, I think I'm getting ready to sneeze, but so I put my beads in here and was able to bead on my Mill Hill kit using this. They also provided a 2021 little printout. This goes on the inside. So once you finish the piece that shows through the window, you put this on the inside. You cut this down and put it on the inside as the backer to also help hold in the piece that's in the window. And then it says 2021 because, again, this camp was supposed to be held last year, but because of pandemic, it wasn't there. And we have the little Stitchy kit, or the Stitchy instructions, and the kit instructions. We have all the different things. We have the linen. So we have everything that we need to make this little notions box. I'm looking forward to making the notions box. Hopefully I'll have that stitched up pretty toot sweet. And this is also probably going to go in my travel case. I'm thinking of putting some needles in here. I need to put some beading needles in here because I lost the only beading needle I had and had to borrow one. So I'm going to be putting some beading needles in here for sure. Probably a couple of needle minders, maybe the needle minder that we got from camp. I'll show you that in a bit. And probably some scissors, and you know, I can use this as a beading tray and whatnot as well. So this is the the notions container that we got from camp. So we have the full kit to complete our notions container. I will put this back in the bag, but I won't close the bag out because I think I'm going to stick this next to my chair upstairs. All right. So our opening kit in the bag, this was in our Welcome to Camp bag. You see it says Roaring 20s. This is another little kit that was created by Carol. Carol is one of the co-owners of Cross My Heart. The kit came with this little notebook. It's a spiral bound notebook. I can open it up for you. spiral bound notebook that actually came with a pen. It's just a little notebook. And this kit, we have the perforated paper, the black perforated paper, and we have a toile thread in red, gold, and silver, Roaring 20s colors. And Carol designed this pattern to be stitched on the black perforated paper and attached to the front of your notebook. Okay, sorry about that. So we get to stitch that on the perforated paper and attach it to the front of the notebook. That is why it is red, gold, and silver. It's a 12th red, so they all sparkle just a little bit. So we have the kit to do that, and the pattern as well. And they included a needle and whatnot. So they also included the font, so you could put your own name on here. Again, it says limited edition 2020 because it was supposed to be limited edition in 2020, so it's actually 2021. I don't know if I'll put in 2020 or 2021, but what I may do is just kind of put some notes in here. I may just make this my Camp GottaStitch notebook. Just put some notes in here from different camps that I go to, including this one. So I haven't decided yet what I exactly am going to do with this, but that is the Welcome to Camp kit that we got. We got 2 special gifts. Typically every year they try and give everybody some notions to go with the theme for the camp. This year we got a needle minder that came from My Big Toe Designs. I got this lovely little tree right there. My Big Toe Designs needle minder. It has a really nice neodymium magnet on the back of it. Came in this little teeny mesh bag. Really cute. And then they also gave everybody a scissor fob. And the scissor fob is really cute. It has dice on it for Roaring 20s. It has this silver fan. And the colors are red, gold, and silver. But that is a silver fob, and it even has a lobster clasp. So really nice, really pretty scissor fob. So these are going up near my Stitchy chair upstairs, along with everything else. Another little kit that we got. This is from Emily. This is one of Emily's designs. This is the Stitch and Spool. And I got one of these at Camp GottaStitch also 2 years ago. So it is just a design that has a bobbin, a button, and a scissor that you stitch. It has a little wood spool down here that you wrap your stitched piece around, and then you make it into an ornament so it hangs like this. So everybody got one of those. This one is Ada. They gave everybody a strip of Ada because that's what fits best around the spool. So yeah, we've made one of these. The colorway was a little different last time. I think we had green. I think we had a green spool. I'll have to see if I can find where my green spool is. But yeah, so we got the Stitch and Spool from EJV Designs. That was really nice. Another little remembrance of Emily. And then there was another piece that they gave us the pattern for. It's called the Art Deco Sampler, and it's from a company called From the Heart, Needle Art by Wendy from Idaho. She had created an Art Deco piece that was, she had created an Art Deco piece for camp that that we got the pattern for. They didn't have the they didn't have all the stuff that they needed to kit everything up because of supply shortages. So they just give everybody the pattern for this. So we actually have the Art Deco Sampler free chart from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. So we have the free chart. We have the free chart pattern from the Heart Needle Art. Art Deco Sampler. So those are all the kits that we got. Another cute thing that I got that was from Emily's stash. Her mom was just giving away random stuff. I got a thing of needles that Emily had in her stash. Emily loved collecting needles. She bought needles everywhere she went. And Phyllis, her mom, is still finding needles to this day everywhere in their house. So this was also in Emily's thing. It was a stitch journal, little notebook. This is really cute. This is from Thread Candy Studio. Thread Candy Studio from 2011. Okay, and this is just a little tracker kit. So it has a plan section. So you can plan your stitching, your effect, your thread size and strands, and notes for your design. So you can plan for your design. It has a notes for design section, and it has a wish list section, need and wish list, and it has a thread tracking section, so you can track your threads. It has thread tracker in it, so you can put down your thread name, the color, the size, and if you need or have it. It's like a thread shopping list. Has some blank notes and stuff. It also has some blank graph paper in case you want to design your own. It's just like a little teeny flip through thing. And then it also has some project tracker sheets in the back. So you can put information about the projects that you're working on, and note pages also. So this is kind of neat. This is a stitch journal. This is really kind of cool. So that is all my stuff from Camp GottaStitch this weekend. So this is probably going upstairs next to my chair so I can get a couple of the things finished from it. And that is it for camp. So I will put, oh, that is not it. So like I said, Saturday night I was the last person to leave the stitching room. And as the last person leaving the stitching room, I got a special little gift. This was some stuff that Emily had picked up. These are little ornament frames that Emily had in some of her finishing stuff that they're probably never going to use. So plan is to find something small to stick on them. They're like 3 by 3, so find something small to stick in them, and we'll go from there. All right, so that wraps it up for Camp GottaStitch. All right, you guys, some news for the next year's Camp GottaStitch. Camp GottaStitch 2022, okay, will be happening September 30th through October 3rd at the Berlin Grand Hotel. They have information coming soon. It's probably not going to be until after the first of the year that they'll have registration information. But to register for Camp GottaStitch 2022, happening September 30th through October 3rd at the Berlin Grand Hotel in Berlin, Ohio, the heart of Ohio Amish country. I will put the information for Cross My Heart down below. You can give them a call, get on their mailing list, see what you need to do to get on the information list for Camp GottaStitch 2022. They gave us the information for it, so you'll need to get in touch with cross my heart to find out when they plan on having registration open. But Camp GottaStitch, September 30th, October 3rd, 2022. Berlin Grand Hotel in Berlin, Ohio. Put that on your calendar. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go into a little bit of a Stitchy update now that I've got the Camp GottaStitch stuff taken care of. I showed you my progress on Bewitching Owl, and I showed you my progress on the Enchanted Pumpkin. Before camp, I was attempting to finish my WIPGO board. One of the squares was Seahorses by Fireside Originals. Here is the February Seahorses for Fireside Originals. This is by Carol Grant, one of the co-owners of Cross My Heart. She has her own design company under Fireside Originals. She released these seahorses back in 2018. They were Seahorses of the Month. So you could stitch all the seahorses in one big piece. That is what I'm doing. So I had started up here in the middle in the seahorses. One more little thing that I have to show you. Alright. So when I first started the seahorses, this is where I was at on the red seahorse. Okay, this is where I started the seahorse. The beginning of October when I started working on it. And this is where I got. So you can see I finished the red seahorse. Now the red seahorse, there is another seahorse next to it. That's its partner. This is Fred and Ginger. That's the name of this month's seahorse chart, and it's for February. You can see the hearts in the corners. So I finished Fred, except for the back stitching. There's some back stitching that goes into it. I think there's back stitching that goes into it. Maybe there's not. I think there is, but maybe there's not. Doesn't look like Ginger has any, so I just have to finish Ginger. And then I have to do the kelp on either side. But yeah, so I got Fred done prior to camp. That was my whole goal. And that also completed my WIPGO square for the month because, yeah. All right. So I'm going to go into a little bit of plans for November. WIPGO. Okay, that can go up there. WIPGO for this year. That is actually, I'm going to stick that somewhere on there. All right, so WIPGO. I've got to dig out my WIPGO board. Here is my WIPGO board to date. So, the only squares I have left to color in is square 12, which is from July. Grim Grinning Ghost finishes square. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do that one because I want to work on Grim Grinning Ghost, but I'm kind of over Halloween. It's based on the Haunted Mansion from Disney. The other square for this month, so the two squares for this month are square 14 and 16. 14 is over here. This was Cunning Cross Stitch Animal Crossing sale. Stitch 500 stitches in it. I actually completed that back in July. So on November 1st, I was able to fill that in. So the other square this month is number 16. Originally, I had in here Cunning Cross Stitch Magic Kingdom sale, but after I waited until after the Magic Kingdom sale, a couple of the pieces of it came out, and I decided in like March or April that I wasn't going to stitch it. So I had to come up with something else for this. So I said, I put in here a HAED or full coverage whip of choice. Heaven and Art Designs or full coverage whip of choice for November. So I have to do 500 stitches or 1,000 tent on that. I will get into what I'm planning on doing here in a bit, but I'm planning on restarting at least two Heaven and Art Designs patterns because I got 32 count easy count fabric, the stuff that's already pre-gridded. I got some easy count fabric because the two pieces that I had already started, the Enchanted Christmas Reindeer by Donna Gelsinger and 4 Seasons by Jacek Yurka both from Heaven and Art Designs, aren't too far along, and I decided that I didn't want to have to continue gridding my own fabric, that I was just going to restart them on 32 count easy count fabric that's already pre-gridded. So I have those 2 pieces to start. So I think I'm going to be using Enchanted Christmas Reindeer for this one. I might do 4 Seasons though. I don't know just yet. It just really depends. So it's going to be one of those 2 for here. Maybe I'll do both of them and split the stitches. And so that leaves the last 2 squares, number 9 and number 23, for the month of December. So 9 is work on a 40 count gauze project. And number 23 is 500 stitches or 1,010 on a new start of your choice. So I have a new start coming up in December. I'm probably going to be starting Kringles. So that is a little bit of Little House Needleworks Kringles. I'm probably going to be starting that in December. So that's going to be for square 23 and then square number 9. So I'm probably going to be really close to having a blackout, except for this Grim Grinning Ghost square, and I'm gonna say that is pretty dang good, because last year I didn't even fill half my board for WIPGO. So the fact that I'm leaving only 1 square open for this year is gonna be great. So basically the only squares that I have left to work on is 16, which is any Heaven and Art design, square number 9, which is a gauze project. I have a couple of Erica Michaels 40 count gauze projects kitted and ready to go, so I may pull out one of those. I'm also working on Scary Berry. That one is actually currently in progress, but I don't know if I'll pull that one out because Halloween is already passed. And then I have the new start of my choice, so it's probably going to be Kringles, because there's a lot of people stitching Kringles right now. So anyway, that is my 2021 WIPGO board. I am participating in 2022 WIPGO. I just haven't done my board yet. So once I get to a point, I have a lot of extra time off in November and December because I had to schedule my remaining time off for work. I do have the entire week of Christmas off, which is really good. So you can see here, this is November's column and this is December's column. This is my stitch tracker where I keep count of what projects I stitch on and how many stitches I put in every night. You can see these yellow ones for November are my days off. The brown ones are the 2 holidays, Veterans Day and Thanksgiving. Then over here, the green ones are my days off, and red is Christmas. Christmas is on Saturday, so that technically doesn't count as a day off because it's a Saturday. But anyway, these are my days off for the year. You can see I've already put in International Hermit and Stitch Weekend, WIPGO weekends, and everything like that in here. That's what these little sidebar things on these dates are. They're the different stitching events going on. December 3rd through 5th, Mom and I are going to another stitching retreat. It is called Stitching in the Springs. It is in Yellow Springs, Ohio, which is in the Dayton-Springfield area, about an hour and a half west of Columbus. So we don't have very far of a drive, but it's December 3rd through 5th. I will put the link for the information for the hotel and the retreat down below in the description box. Feel free to check them out and see if they have any openings if you're interested in attending. Last I knew, they were still taking registration. So it's going to be a fun 3-day stitching retreat. Mom and I are looking forward to going. This is going to be her 2nd one. This is going to be my 4th or 5th one. So we're looking forward to going. And it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the roads will be clear in the 1st week of December. So we do have a stitching retreat there. So I have that Friday and the following Monday off. That's why these are green, and the retreat is here. So I'm planning on doing a lot of stitching here. I just don't know what stitching projects I'm going to be taking with me. So November plans, other November plans, I've kind of gone through and picked which a couple of the challenge groups that I am in. Really quick, Crystal Academy, the Facebook challenge group that I've been actively participating in the last few months, has decided that they are not having a next term. They are not entirely sure if that's going to be a forever decision or if it's just for a while, because, you know, life gets in the way and they just can't maintain the same level of challenge quality that they would expect and prefer to give everybody. So they have decided to take a step back and just not do any challenges or anything for Crystal Academy. So sadly, but not so sad, you know, it gives me a little time to focus on some other things, so I'm going to do that. I came across another group called So You Think You Can Stitch, which does challenges. I'm going to be also probably participating in Books and Stitches, which they read a book and stitch. Well, they either read or listen to a book. So, or, you know, read along to a book. This month, Books and Stitches, it is true crime. The book they're reading is called Green River Running Red by Anne Rule, R-U-L-E. So I may be doing that one. Full Coverage Fanatics, they are doing the Bookshelf Challenge biography based on Diary of a Young Girl, Angela's Ashes, and Becoming. So you stitch the number of pages in that, add a 0 at the end. And then the holiday theme for Full Coverage Fanatics is any holiday themed project. So I'm probably going to be doing Enchanted Christmas Reindeer for that, for Full Coverage Fanatics. And then Semi-Sane Stitchers, I'm going to do the November Focus. They have put out the password that you need to use for your stitching photos for that. So if you're in Semi-Sane Stitchers, look for the November Focus event in the events tab and see what you need to do to post your pictures for that. So those are 3 of the things that I'm probably going to do. Magical Stitches has also made an announcement about 2022. So if you're interested in finding out about Magical Stitches, I encourage you to go to either Sammy J Stitch's YouTube channel or Reading in Stitches, who is Vicky. Vicky is the admin along with Sammy J in Magical Stitches, and they have come up with the plan for 2022, and they've announced it. Vicky has a video. Hopefully I'll remember to direct link to the video that she talks about Magical Stitches 2022. So if you're in Magical Stitches, kind of keep watching the group if you're interested in continuing, because there are some changes coming up for the group that you will need to be aware of for next year. So I'm hoping to participate because they announced the book series that they are reading next year, and it is a set of cozy mysteries, which are right up my alley. I like cozy mysteries because they're fast and they're quick reads, and they're usually quick enough that, you know, they keep my attention, and I'll probably end up reading them all this year or next year. So one of my goals is to read more books next year. So that'll get me 10 books that I have yet to read. So that'll be cool to get those on my list. Other than that, I mean, I'm probably going to be starting to plan my WIPGO and also get my WIPs together for next year to figure out what I have to do and what I have going right now, because some of it's changed this year. There was a couple of WIPs that I think I dropped because I was not going to really finish them. So anyway, that's all I have for you this week. I don't know how long it'll be before my next video, because I might not have much update for you other than stitching progress. I'm going to try and do another update video before the retreat in December, but it might be a retreat wrap-up video, you know, the second week in December, if I don't get back to you. So you have some of my, one of the things I didn't show you, I got my GaRon Tottenbags Grime Guard of the month. I kind of know what it is. This will give you a little sneak peek. Oh, sorry. This will give you a little sneak peek of what it is. I'm not going to take it out of the package because it's technically not the 5th, but I got my Grime Guard of the month from GaRon Tottenbags. And they sent me a special gift, you guys. I got another free gift. I got another gift from GaRon Tottenbags. I got the Nevada project bag. So first time I'm having this out of the package. Don't mind the crinkly. Look at this lovely, you guys. This is huge. I got the big one too. Look, I got a Nevada project bag from GaRon Tottenbags. And it smells wonderful. Look at that. So the inside fabric. Oh look! The inside fabric is stuff about Nevada. Places in Nevada. Carson City, Reno, Las Vegas. Lake Tahoe Mountain. Look at that. So yeah, I got GaRon Tottenbags project bag. Thank you very much, GaRon Tottenbags. Gary and Ronnie, thank you very much for my project bag. I'm really gonna like it a lot and use it. So thank you very much for sending it to me. Appreciate it. You guys are great. You guys are totally awesome. So yeah, I got my Grime Guard. I can tell you what it is. If you don't want to know what it is, it's turkeys. Alright, my husband opened it up because he wanted to see. I'll just go ahead and open it up. Spoiler alert. I get the 11 by 11 Grime Guards. Look at the turkeys! Okay. Look. Okay. Look at the turkeys, you guys. Gobble, gobble, gobble. So I get the 11 by 11 Grime Guards from GaRon Tottenbags. I'm hoping to get on their project bag of the month thing. Because my Grime Guards, I'm getting way too many Grime Guards. I would like it if they would offer the opportunity to get the scroll frame guards, because I would like some scroll frame guards. And I would be willing to pay a little extra to get some scroll frame guards. So it'd be really kind of cool if they could do that. But I got my project bag and my tote bag. So I was telling you that I got 32 count easy grid fabric. I got an 18 by 27 piece. This is for the Enchanted Reindeer because I need a basically a 10 by 8 piece, and I'm going to use half of that for that, and I have a couple other ones in my plan. And then I got a piece of 27 by 36. I'm going to use half of it for Jacek Yurka's 4 Seasons. Hold on. Sorry about that. It was the wrong number. But anyway, so I ordered these from Heaven and Earth Designs. Yep, I ordered these from Heaven and Earth Designs. So they came really quick because I ordered these, I think, on Monday or Tuesday night. I had them Friday. They were quick. I ordered them Monday or Tuesday night. I had them on Friday. So I think as long as they have them in stock, you'll get them pretty quick. So these are the pieces that I have to do the 2 pieces. So just to show you this, that's how much I have done on 4 Seasons by Jacek Yurka. This is the bottom left corner in winter. This is the lower. You see I was pre-gridding. I don't have a whole lot done. I mean, I have a lot, you know, a couple thousand stitches, but compared to the whole thing, that's all I've got done. I mean, I can easily start this over. And then for the Enchanted Reindeer, I mean, it's the same issue. That this is all I have. This is all I have completed for the Enchanted Reindeer. I was using Sulky Sliver to grid, and I just think I would enjoy it a little better. And I think these are both on 28 count. So or maybe they're 32, 28, I don't know. I just think I'd like it better on the easy count so I don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, that is my plan, to start these two over this month or December, because I have a new start, technically a new start. I don't know if they would qualify technically as a new start, but I think I'm probably going to use one of them as a new start for December. So that is all I have for you. I did want to talk about, oh, I picked up some old magazines as well. One of the ladies at one of the ladies at Camp GottaStitch was giving away some magazines that she picked up from a friend of hers that could no longer stitch anymore. So she was giving away all her stuff. So she brought in a bunch of the ladies' magazines that she had. So I got some old issues of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazines and some other issues that I'm going to be going through and figuring out what I want to keep and stuff. So I think I brought about 10 or 15 magazines home. I did get the newest issue of the World of Cross Stitching magazine in the mail, and there was a set in here that I'm going to do. I just need to figure out what kind of plastic canvas this is for. I thought these were just adorable. So you stitch them on plastic canvas and you sew them together, and they make stand-up houses. These are on plastic canvas. I want to do the whole set. This is the first set of 3. The next 2 magazines are going to have the next 6, at least. And there was also a gingerbread house apparently in one of them that I'm going to be getting the pattern for. But I want to stitch these up. These really caught my eye. So I don't know if I'm going to be stitching that up. Maybe that would be my new start in December. I'll do one of them. But it says to stitch it on plastic canvas, but I don't know if they mean perforated plastic or plastic canvas, because there's 2 different things. There's perforated plastic and then there's plastic canvas. So I'm gonna have to look through the purchasing information, the shopping list. 14 count clear plastic canvas, measuring minimum 1 inch larger than each design, from Lakeside Needlecraft. Okay, there you go. So, this is going to be probably a planned start for December. And it's out of the World of Cross Stitching. This is the most recent one I just got, issue 312, November 2021. There was another one in here that was really cute. There was a lot of really cute holiday patterns in here that I thought were really neat. This one is super cute and it's full coverage. Look at that. That is super cute, full coverage. He stitched the entire thing. So I thought that was really cute. Yeah. Penguins. Oh, Emily loved penguins. So there's all kinds of penguins in here. I might actually stitch a couple of those up and kind of hide them places. Oh, this is really cute too. I'm going to stitch these up. Probably put them up separately. But look. The flamingo, the mermaid, Santa with a surfboard, the palm tree. Look at that. Those are really cute. So there's a lot of cool things in the World of Cross Stitching issue 312 for November 2022. So that is now all I've got for you. Again, one of the things that I thought about starting, one of the other things that I'm going to be including in my WIPs is I'd like to do, this is from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I want to be doing these seasonal homes that are in here. This is the fall one. I have all the 3 that are out right now. I have them printed out and ready to go. I was going to take this with me and work on this in camp, but I don't have fabric and I don't have the flosses for it. It calls for DMC, but I didn't have any of the flosses pulled. I went and pulled the sulkies for Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla Blaine's fall plaid. or plaid fall. So this will probably be a start. I might start that this month. I don't know. I'm going to be doing sulkies, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about that. But yeah, there we go. Oh, I know what it was. The Home is Where the Heart Is for Magazine Monthly Challenge. The I didn't talk about the challenge groups, but for Magazine Monthly Challenge, the theme for the month is Home is Where the Heart Is. I was going to do the home, the seasonal home series from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I was going to start on the fall one just because it's fall and it's home. Home is where the heart is. So I was going to start that for Magazine Monthly Challenge. I still might do that. I don't know. I don't have fabric and I don't have the floss pulled. So I'll have to look through my stash and see if I can find fabric that I might like to do that for. And go from there. But that is all I have for you today. I have to get ready to go pick up my husband. I'm sorry my videos have been a little bit long, but anyway, I hope you enjoy the pictures from Camp GottaStitch and the little video that I took. Hopefully I can get those uploaded just fine. And we'll see you soon. I don't know when my next video will go up. I'm going to hopefully have another video for you before Stitching in the Springs Retreat in Yellow Springs, Ohio in December. But if I don't, I will see you after the Stitching Retreat in December. Take care. Stay warm. Stay dry, stay healthy. I'm hopefully going to get my booster shot very, very soon. And yeah, wear your masks and just get a lot of stitching time in because the weather's turning colder and it would be great. It's great stitching time. Drink your cider, drink your hot cocoa, drink your hot tea, drink your hot coffee, drink your pumpkin stuff because I'm enjoying pumpkin stuff right now. And yeah, if I don't hear from you, happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving in the United States is at the end of November. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Veterans Day if I don't mention it before, and just happy everything. So take care, keep on keeping on because that's all we can do. And until next time, bye. So hi out there in FlossTube, this is Tina Frazier. I'm coming to you tonight at midnight on Saturday, October 30th, going into Sunday, October 31st. I'm in the stitching room in Camp GottaStitch, and Jenny and Phyllis Van from Cross My Heart just left the room, and I am the last stitcher standing in the stitching room here at Camp GottaStitch. So there are about 25 of us stitching today. We just got done watching the Ohio State, Penn State football game. The Ohio State Buckeyes won. Thanks, congratulations to Jenny from Cross My Heart here in Columbus. She's a really big Buckeye fan. So just kind of walk you around. Quite a few people have decided to skip out and head home early, but we've had a really good day of stitching here. You can see various projects. I'm just kind of walking around. We've had the frogs visit people here at camp. Let's see if the frog yep. So, but we've had the frogs visit a couple people. So this person has this little kit hanging out here. We've gotten some really good freebies. One of the other things that somebody's working on here, I know I'm doing this late at night. This lady is working on this piece for a family member's new baby. This lady over here is Marty Dolland. She is working on this piece right here. She is working on a I don't know the name of the designer. This was a piece that was in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I'm trying to find what it is, but anyway, she's working on this one. It is like the banshee that says "Keep calm and haunt on." But yeah, it's like a banshee. Keep calm and haunt on. And we come over here to this other table. There's two frogs sitting over at this other table over here. They've had the frogs most of the day. So for those of you that don't know, here at Camp GottaStitch, we have the frogs that hang out. And anytime anybody in the room, in the Stitchy room, has the opportunity to frog a piece. Frogging is when you have to rip stitches out. So you rip it, rip it, rip it. You get the frog. So the frog comes to visit. So we have one of these ladies working on Check It Out trilogy. Sorry about the glare. This is the trilogy, Check It Out, Ode to Snow. Couple of goodie bags, some stuff. This is a really pretty piece. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. There we go. And though she be but little, she is fierce. So there's that. This person is working on Let It Snow by Heart and Hand. This Santa. Let It Snow. Right, then we come over to here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the TV off. I was using my laptop to air the game on our TV, so got that turned off. A couple other people over here are sitting at this table. One lady over here, I'm not going to show you her piece because she's got her pattern below it, but she is working on Feliz Navidad by Blackbird. And I'll spread this out so you can see it, cover up her thing. So she's got, let me see if I can turn it around. So here we go. So she's got this piece here, Feliz Navidad by Blackbird. We have a couple other projects just kind of laying around, different project bags and stuff. And this person, oh, these are some of the freebie kits that we got for this weekend. This person is working on this piece. This is another Blackbird design piece. She is working on this one. You guys have probably seen that. And here is her progress on it. Some really pretty stitching going on. This other person over here is working on, she's got this Erica Michaels kit, pine cones. I don't know if she's got it started just a little bit. So that's kind of cool. And this person has some interesting stuff hanging out. She doesn't have her project out, but anyway, and then this is my table. This is my mom's piece. She is working on a Fireside Originals pattern. She doesn't have the pattern out, so I'm not going to show you. But this is my spot. I am the last man standing because, as you can see, I am working on the beading on this enchanted pumpkin. And I've gotten, you're not going to be able to see it. Maybe you can see it a little better under here. Maybe not. You can see some of the green beads and some of the purple beads, but I have a little bit of the black beading left to do. I'm going to try and get it done. It's a little after midnight. You can see the decorations. We have the peacock feathers and stuff. But this is the Mill Hill Enchanted Pumpkin buttons and beads kit that I'm working on. I'm hoping to finish it. This weekend we've been given a lot of kits and a lot of fun stuff. So we didn't do a show until this weekend, but here is one of the free patterns that we got this weekend, done in the colors for the weekend. This is done, it looks like a petite treasure braids and such in the gold, silver, black, and red. We have our goodies and stuff. Here's some of the other freebie kits. So we have Let's Misbehave. We got this as a kit, which is really cute. Marla, one of the ladies that works at Cross My Heart, wanted to give us all a little kit. So we got this. We got a kit to make this little teeny metal case. We have the embellishment flowers and a little bit of the stitching banding to do down here, along with it looks like some beaded flowers down there. And then you open it up. So when you open up the tin, bear with me just a minute, sorry you guys, it's late at night, it's like midnight. All right, so I'm not doing this very well with one hand, so oh, there we go. So on the inside, it also comes with this inside thing that we can cut down to cover the inside. And then it comes with a little magnet that we can put on the back here to put needles and stuff in here. So you can use this little tin as kind of an ort box, a needle box, a scissor box, a little travel sewing kit. So we have a kit to do that. And then the first thing that we got this trip was we got this notebook kit to stitch this. We got the perforated paper to stitch this Roaring Twenties themed notebook cover on perforated paper. And it's just a little notebook set that we got. So this is Roaring Twenties limited edition. This one is stitched with the year 2020 on it because this Camp GottaStitch was supposed to happen last year, but because of pandemic it didn't. So this is Roaring Twenties limited edition. And here's the event. Here's the weekend event newsletter for it. Hopefully you can find out a little bit more about Camp GottaStitch for next year. So hopefully we'll get to see you. But anyway, this is the stitching room at Camp GottaStitch, and I'm the last person standing. It's a little after midnight on Saturday night. Today was the first day. So everything is good. So yeah, I'm gonna probably be spending about a half hour or more or so. Those aren't my glasses, are they? Doesn't look like it. My glasses, yeah, are my glasses over here? Or did I take them off and set them down somewhere? So anyway, I've got to look for my glasses and find what I did with my glasses. So actually I think these are my glasses now that I think about it. These are my glasses. So I found my glasses, yay. So I'll be in here stitching a little bit more. My mom's and my stitching stashes down here on the floor. I brought some snacks, brought my laptop because we needed to do the game. The other piece I've been working on this weekend was the Bewitching Owl from the Cross Stitch and Needlework September 2012 magazine. So here is my Bewitching Owl pattern or piece, which is this right here, this guy, the Bewitching Owl. So you can see it's in my Kay's Creations table stand, and I am working on the moon, and I have the ears of the owl. So I was working on the moon today, earlier, before I started the beading on the pumpkin. So that is where I'm at, and hopefully I'll have of a wrap-up for you from the Camp GottaStitch weekend here in Columbus, Ohio. If you're interested in the potential to come to next year's Camp GottaStitch, hopefully we will be back in Berlin, Ohio, up in Amish country here in Ohio, and next year. That is the hope, because that is where camp normally is, and it's normally Friday through Sunday with the option to stay until Monday. So if you're interested, I will put the information for Cross My Heart, the local needle workshop here in Columbus, down below, so you can get in contact with them about getting on the wait list or the information list for next year's Camp GottaStitch. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. And hopefully I'll have a finish to show you later on. Take care. Bye.